Hello everyone, the following video is a part of the Metroid Timeline we uploaded beforehand, but since many of you have already watched our previous Metroid Timeline or are just interested in Dread, then please enjoy this professional summary, obviously narrated by our voiceover lord Jason Dameron, known as the Storyteller on Shoddycast. So be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Metroid videos, and let's get through the story of Metroid Dread in the next 6 minutes.
Warning! The rest of this video contains spoilers from Metroid Dread. Click away now if you don't want to be spoiled. We will give you 5 seconds before we go into Metroid 5 and Planet CDR. In a mysterious bit of footage received by the Galactic Federation, it appeared that the X-Parasite had managed to spread to a different planet. Shell-shocked by this development after the destruction of SR-388, the Federation sent in a group of exploration robots to figure out the scale of the issue at hand. However, soon after touching the ground, the EMI robots went missing. Desperate for answers, the Galactic Federation reached out to Samus and tasked her to head for the unknown CDR. Upon landing on this mysterious world, the bounty hunter was immediately attacked by a heavily armed Chozo warrior. With ease, he ripped Samus's Varia suit off and left her for dead. The hunter woke up at the bottom of ZDR in a very vulnerable position, but managed to learn the identity of the Chozo who had dropped her in this death trap, General Ravenbeak. Adam, her board computer from the mission on SR-388, had more bad news for Samus. First and foremost, in her weakened state, she had no way of dealing with Ravenbeak. And then you had the Federation's EMI robots, which had been reprogrammed to serve Ravenbeak, hunting Samus down, and this time until she wouldn't breathe again. Samus confronted and defeated the resurrected Kraid. Quiet Robe, a Chozo scientist from SR-388 who had been captured by Ravenbeak in order to do his dirty work. Confused by this development, he explained to Samus that originally the Metroids and the Chozo lived in peace until mass hysteria broke out on SR-388, after which the Chozo warriors from ZDR destroyed the peaceful-minded birds and took Quiet Robe as the sole survivor. The initial plan was to come back to SR-388 later and enlist the Metroids for Ravenbeak's cause. There were, however, 2 complications that foiled this plan. First, while the General traveled back, Samus landed on SR-388 and destroyed every Metroid that was alive except the baby Metroid. Furthermore, the X-Parasite took over one of Ravenbeak's recruits and upon return to ZDR, ravaged the planet and its Chozo inhabitants to astronomical levels. Somehow, Ravenbeak escaped from the X and set a new goal: take the Metroid DNA that had been planted within Samus's body. With the help of the EMI robots, the extraction would be easier than before. A backup plan, which is where things stood. Quiet Robe pleaded with Samus to make Ravenbeak find its ways.
Kino ulo turuta. Ana maril sanur pura. Ay marhel kalom.
Ata estor daburis urahama. Ana habar kisadi bilisa.
Though supporting Samus turned out to be a death sentence for Quiet Robe, who was blasted by a Chozo warrior and left to die. Samus carried on her journey, but also noticed that 2 things were off. The board computer seemed to give weird advice, and there was no sign of any Chozo life. The later question was soon answered, as within the boundaries of a Chozo temple, Samus found a massive amount of X-Parasite, which now roam free after opening up the sealed door. And this way, the dying Quiet Robe was taken over by the parasite. Before falling under the influence of the X, Quiet Robe deactivated the EMI robots to ensure a safe passage for Samus. But now under the control of the X, the EMI were put back to continue Ravenbeak's hunt. Ever since X resurfaced, Samus's behavior turned more violent. overfilled with red energy, which caused her to lose control. The first signs of turning into a Metroid. With her newfound strength and numerous upgrades, she at last destroyed an Emmy with ease, causing Ravenbeak to brace for the final confrontation. Samus fought her way to Ravenbeak's air fortress, where a few mysteries were finally resolved. First, Ravenbeak was the one behind Adam's illogical behavior, as he pretended to simply be his board computer. Secondly, the connection between Samus and Ravenbeak was much more intense than initially realized. It turned out that Samus had not only been infused with Grey Voice's DNA, but also Ravenbeak. A turn of events that caused Ravenbeak to refer to Samus as "my foolish daughter." After an intense fight with multiple phases, Ravenbeak tricked Samus into an attack and grabbed her. Attempting to safely extract the Metroid DNA from Samus's body, Samus unleashed a new level of rage that saw her suit and body become one in a special Metroid armor. The fortress collapsed and the duo plummeted to the planet's surface below. There, Ravenbeak was swallowed whole by the X and transformed into an abomination. Samus confronted the combined Ravenbeak X, and with an incredible beam strike from her new Metroid suit, she destroyed her final obstacle on ZDR. The planet, however, was on the verge of collapse, and an escape sequence to the ship was initiated. After arriving safely back to her ship, a voice stopped Samus from leaving. Quiet Robe, who appeared behind Samus. He cured the hunter from the effects of the Metroid suit, allowing it to not overload with energy. Grateful for Quiet Robe's effort during her dreadful time, Samus departed the planet with the remains of this Chozo civilization in ruins forever. Her further whereabouts remain unknown, but it is clear that after her most dangerous mission so far, Samus was a changed person. The protector of the galaxy, but also a survivor of the X, the Emmy, and Ravenbeak.
And that is the story of Metroid Dread, and after this one, Samus Aran, the ultimate hunter, has survived the space pirates, Metroids, and even an evil Chozo who in a way is your father, but definitely not your daddy. But what do you think about the story of Metroid Dread? Did it blow your mind or was it underwhelming? Sound off in the comment section down below. To make this video more visible, please share this video and like it, as YouTube has been screwing over our notifications as of late. So if you haven't already and enjoy this type of content, then please subscribe, press the notification bell, and again for all notifications. Finally, a big thanks goes to all our patreon.com/commonrealm patrons who made this video and the Metroid Timeline possible, and in particular we have to thank our royal producer Charles Shesh. You rock! And feel free to join the ranks there, and please enjoy one or both of these two awesome videos.